so let me just not overthink. So I'm okay. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Mrs. Lord. Yes, you can call me Mrs. Lord, honey. Welcome back to my space where my intentions is to educate, inspire, encourage people who are in the diaspora. You are here now, so what are you doing about it? So that's where I'm coming from. So welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about my child. I'm sure some of you know that I have he's almost 18 now. 18-year-old boy who lived in Africa, who lived in Botswana. Okay, so yeah, my 18-year-old boy came in to join me 2 years ago, just before or during the COVID. So basically, I came here first. I came here as a student, as you all know, but I wasn't allowed to have family just yet. So I personally decided to get him to stay with my mom, who did a fantastic job with him. He's just amazing. Anyway, that's another story for another day. So my mom took care of my child, my sister, my family, everybody involved, my brother. so after about 10 years of me living in Ireland, I decided to bring him. He has visited me before when he was like 7 years. But for some reason, I wasn't ready financially. I wasn't allowed to have my child here just yet. So I decided to have my mom have him back again. But he was quite happy to go back. He kept saying, I miss him, Cuckoo, I miss my grandmother. So he went back home and I stayed in Ireland. But it was more like a long distance relationship with me and him. So I got married. I came into a stage where I'm comfortable having him here, and then I decided to bring him. So first of all, he came in on Christmas time, and that was the middle of the lockdown. That very same month, I remember South Africa had an outbreak, and the world was like, oh, calm down. So he came here and I just thought, I can't let him go. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I decided to get him to school here. So first of all, he came in the middle of the year, academical ways. In Europe, the school starts in September. Back home, the school starts in January. So it was it was kind of a very sketchy decision. Do I take him off in the middle of the school in Botswana and bring him to Ireland so that he can start in September? Or do I bring him when he finishes his year in Botswana? So he said, no, Mom, I want to finish my Form 3, and then when I finish my Form 3, then I can come to Ireland. So that's what we agreed anyway. So he did his Form 3 exams in Botswana, and then I got him here. So remember, it's December time. The school in Ireland started in September, so it's almost the middle of the academical year in Ireland. So I kind of wasn't thinking, or maybe I didn't really know. So I tried to apply for his schools, in the local schools, the public schools. They keep saying, no, but this is September, or this is December. It's a little bit too late for him to start. If he has to start a year, it has to be a transitional year. He has to go back or repeat. And he did not want to have any of that. But eventually, I didn't have a choice, really. So I was going into every public schools in and around where I live, knock at every door and said, my son just came to join me and I want him to start school. They said, and some of them actually, they would say, oh yeah, we will take him, but he has to go back. So, I had to decide. So I was just one day just feeling a bit like, to know what to do, and then I just googled the nearest schools to me around here, and I didn't even know the arrangement of private schools and public schools, how, that kind of a way. So we took a walk in the evening, and we went to the nearest schools where he lives, only to find out when I got there it's a private school. He has to pay, I have to pay for his school fees. So, but the principal welcomed me, gave him an interview, arranged for resources, and said, oh yeah, we can have him here. He seems quite smart enough to enroll in, but we want him to do the transitional year. That's where you decide what you want to do within that year. So he said, okay, he had no choice but to accept that. So he did his transitional year, which he was quite happy with it. He socialized. He had to learn how to socialize. He had to interact. He has to, what's the word? Yeah, that word. Anyway, so yeah. So now he is. Okay, so let me start filming again. It was just rain the last 30 minutes. I had to stop because the rain was just a bit too loud. So if you want to come to Ireland and enjoy that beautiful weather, yeah, that's Ireland for you. Anyway, so let's talk about finances. How much does it actually cost? To my understanding, public school, there's no payment, or supposedly there's no charge. I don't know. Private school, you have to pay. So because he came in January, like I said, and he started school that January, they charged me half the fees. So I had to pay 2.756 for that the rest of the year, which is from January to September, or even to summertime, because they finished in June, July. So yeah, so they charged me 2.7 euros. And then the next year, which is the year we're in right now, which is the full year for him, they charged me 5.56756 cents. So this is from the year 2021 to 2022. So it includes local rents, it includes parental associates, the school fees itself. So what I did is every month I would pay 500, 600, 400, depending on what I can afford, until I could catch up with the rest of the year. So he would have sometimes in the middle of the term, they will have a school trip, not too far away because of the lockdown. So I still have to put money for that as well. The expenses includes his lunch. So each month I had to pop up money for his lunch. I mean, almost every week. So yeah, that's how things are here. So I'm not sharing this to kind of brag or to show off. No, I'm just sharing you the situation, and this could end up being like this. I didn't have any other choice but to get him into a private school. If I had to had him in a public school, trust me, I would definitely, because it doesn't make much of a difference. The school education system is actually really good. I didn't mind him going to a public school, but this is how things are, and I couldn't start with him there and then take him out. That would be total torture for him. So he's finishing up next year. So let's talk about something else that actually came onto the table, which I came to realize about it a bit late. I would have applied for a grant. I didn't know. So the whole of this year, I applied for it a bit too late. So they said, no, we have already issued grant for that year, so you gotta have to pay. But for next year, I got my papers right. I applied for a grant. So there was one of his teachers who actually suggested it to me and said, but you know, you can apply for a grant and get help. So this school happens to be a Christian school. So you have to prove that you are a Christian, you go to church, you have a pastor to sign up those documents for you. So, and then the church will grant you some kind of finances towards your child's school fees. So I did all the process. I went online and I applied for the grant, which took quite a toll. That's another another video for another day. But it was quite a long process because they would ask for your bank statement. They would ask for your tax returns. They would ask for your pastor's signature. They would ask for the application form itself. It's just, yeah, there was quite, which I felt a bit overwhelmed because I didn't know what to do, but I went through it and they did give him a grant. So this basically means that half of his school fees has been paid now by this associates. It's called, what is it called again? Okay, so the name of this website or committee that offers these grants, it's called Secondary Education Committee. You go to their website, they would ask for your partner's, if you're married, to your partner's documents as well, bank statement. If you have a mortgage, they just want to gauge how much they're gonna give you the grant itself. So there's a lot of details onto their website. If you want more information, you can go on to, I will link the website somewhere below. So yeah, that's it now. What else can I say? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that because I have had people asking me, how do I afford to, or whatever. Yeah, the school is literally 10 minutes away from where I live. I'll also link the school details below if you're interested. So yeah, it's one of the things that especially people coming in and they have kids really. It's one of the things that you might want to figure out on how to do it. So for me to find information, it wasn't that easy. If it wasn't for that teacher mentioning it to me, I probably wouldn't have known. So yeah, peace out. I mean, seriously, just when I was about to start recording the second part of the video, it starts to rain. Thunderstorms. So I'll have to wait. I will have to wait for the rain maybe to pass or maybe to calm down a bit. Okay, let me show you guys. Don't mind my son's stuff. How do I turn this around? If you want to come to Ireland and enjoy this rain almost every day.